Oh, hey there. I didn't realize that I was about to do a live stream. This is the part of the live stream where no one knows that I'm live streaming yet because YouTube hasn't told them. And you don't know if YouTube will ever tell anyone. Lazy database says, come on! I don't know. Get Christopher Lucas. How are you doing, buddy? Jonathan Hodges. Matt S. Alex Shrenko. Shardal Gupta, Lazy Database, Luis Gonzalez. How is everyone doing? I'm sorry, I usually try to put a community post out there and let people know when I'm going to go live. Does anyone read those? Does anyone read community posts? Um, so I, it is Thursday, so I do try to go live every Thursday night. It's been a very busy day, and it's going to be a very busy tomorrow. It's a great big busy tomorrow, shining at the end of every day. Hey, Yankee in the South, how are you doing? Is that really Yankee in the South? You gotta be sure. Could someone verify that is Yankee in the South? We can never be too sure because there is imposters patrolling YouTube, trying to make things worse for everyone. Chris About T-shirt says it's the real Yankee in the South. Is that the real Chris About T-shirts? Have I visited Alcatraz? Yeah, I visited Alcatraz last year. So I gotta get up really early tomorrow, which I'm not good at. All right, Christopher Lucas says we're legit. We got a real Yankee in the South. We got a real Chris About T-shirts. How you guys doing? Whew. Been a long day. Robert Newberry says trolls make things interesting. Yeah, trolls just make things miserable. They make good people's lives harder. Second chair says Nashville Haunt looked awesome. Yeah, I really liked Nashville Nightmare, and my first time I've been there, thought it was really fun. I thought it was a hoot. Do I do fan meetups? Not during pandemic. 10 Draftsmiths asked about the cat video. That was a premature upload. I had to pull that back. That wasn't supposed to go live yet. So you'll have to wait. I'm sorry. That was an accident. I did not send this month's postcard yet. I am on the road right now. When I get home, I'll begin the process of sending postcards. Chaz the Train Lover says, hey, Witch's Dungeon is in a new location this year, so we better never. Talking about the Witch's Dungeon, I assume, in Connecticut? Is that what we're talking about? Lily says, hey, Carpetbagger, just diagnosed with corona. Hope your beds make it so much better. Well, I'm sorry. I wish you a speedy recovery. Wish you good health. How many times do I travel each year? Lots. Lots of travels. I probably go on an average of at least one road trip a month, maybe more. Probably more than once when you add it up. I heard about the Tennessee ghost dog. No, what's a ghost dog? Dana Planners is like the chair setting. We're hearing whole spooky stories. I'm staying at a different type of hotel than I normally stay at. This is a slightly nicer hotel. So it said you got to meet Video Bob. Who's Video Bob? Carolina Tony met Dr. Sims yesterday. Hope you enjoyed it. Dr. Sims is a fascinating man. How many more, Nelda? How many more haunted houses? How many more haunted houses? I don't know. We're gonna see. We're gonna play it by ear. I've had some pop up. That's some that I'd like to get to, but I don't know if I can get to. So Ryan says I'm gonna correct you. Cocaine Bear was never owned by Merle Haggard. It was Waylon Jennings. Sorry, those are two people that I get confused with each other. Lindsay Bevins says, even with no actors at the American Horrorplex, you're plenty scared. Yeah, you never know. You got animatronics. You got things that can jump at you. Now, I've heard this legend of this thing called the Haunted Hoochie. I don't know. I don't know if that's a place I want to go. I don't know if that's a place that's appropriate to go to. I don't know. We're talking about Jordan and the Cocaine Bear. I'm glad Jordan stopped and checked out the Cocaine Bear. Haunted Hoochie. Okay, from what I've gathered, the Haunted Hoochie is the most extreme haunted house, but not extreme in the way like McCamey Manor. Extreme as in like politically incorrect, disturbing imagery, and stuff like that. It's pretty notorious. I don't know if that's something I should involve myself with or not. Don't Google image search it. Uh-oh. Christopher Wood says Haunted Hoochie's not suitable for my viewers. Yeah, I think it's an adult haunted house. I don't know how long this live stream will be because Carpetbagger has to get some sleep tonight. Should try Area 15 in Las Vegas. I'm waiting for Meow Wolf to open their attraction there, and then I will go. As soon as Meow Wolf announces an opening date, I'll buy a plane ticket. When is the interview with Nelda air? I think tomorrow. I think tomorrow. I think. Oh, it's already up. Okay. Yeah. When you're done here, go check out interview Go to Nelda.com. Check out the interview that I did with Nelda Suya. Rip Eddie Van Halen. I'm sorry he died. I've never listened. I've honestly, maybe I've listened to his music and just don't know what they sang. Van Halen. That is, they did jump, jump, jump. Might as well jump, jump, jump. Which means I will I'm the most excited to visit Las Vegas because it's the one that opens the soonest. Sammy Tubes' question: when you go on these trips, do you meal prep or buy food on the way? I tend to eat out a lot. I should meal prep. I should be better about it, but I don't. Rob G, thank you for the super chat. There was a time where I did better about meal prepping and bringing a cooler and but it is a pain. It is hard. It is difficult. Christopher Lucas just noticed the dollar sign to initiate a super chat now flashes when someone else donates. Yeah, it's like, maybe you? Christian Pax says, can I ask you a question? Do you get much sleep before you go to work? I try to get a good sleep. I have really tried to treat my body better because I'll just be honest, like, I was killing myself. I was absolutely killing myself. Going on no sleep, pushing myself, driving too much. I'm trying to pace myself a little bit. With my age, I'm gonna be 40 here in just a couple weeks. So, yeah. And I'll tell you what, I feel like I'm falling apart. I don't know what I did. I think I aggravated something. My back is bothering me. I got blisters on my feet. I've got gout. So yeah, definitely feeling my age. Just, yes, I remember Jay Sherman from The Critic. Buy my book. Buy my book. Buy my book. Buy my book. I'm sure there's people older than me that feel better than me, and I'm sure there's people younger than me that feel worse than me. It's just sometimes. Okay, Mikey J asked if I smoke pot. Never understand that question. Why do people ask that? Buy my book. Buy my book. Buy my book. Buy my book. There's a Moon Man said I just visited Old Car City last Saturday. Chat about my video. Yeah, they were nice. They put my video. They added my video to their media loop that they play in their lobby, which makes me feel good. Phrases Sabia says, do you still have fun doing the traveling around, or now you just feel like it's a regular job? It's still fun. If it wasn't fun, I couldn't do it. But, yeah. When something is your hobby, it's different than when it's your job. When there's, money on the line, feeding your family, yeah, that does tarnish a little bit of the enjoyment, but I still think that I'm super fortunate to be able to do what I do. And I don't want to do anything else. Jerry's Keeper, how are you doing? Say hi to the missus for me. Buy my book. Buy my book. No one knows what I'm talking about. Tim Ross says, love the haunted house video today, the Hall of Butts. What were you thinking when you saw that? When I saw the Hall of Butts, I was afraid of what may be coming out of the Hall of Butts. All right, we got 183 people in here, so I definitely think that letting people know ahead of time when I'll be live, I think that does help. OPQS says, Carpetbagger, will you go to the 13th gate in Baton Rouge? Okay, interesting you asked that. No, I'm not going to be able to go this year. But someone told me, someone who owns a haunt, one of the owners of one of the haunts that you've seen, said that the 13th gate in Baton Rouge was the best haunt in America. That's one person's opinion, but it's a person who owns a haunt. So, I don't know. Again, with haunts, I appreciate the suggestions, I really do, but a lot of it does come down to, is the owner going to let me film? It just, Buy my book. Bob888. Thank you for the super chat. I'm 42. It doesn't get any easier. I'm a good one, brother. I didn't think it was going to get easier. Do I still talk to Boogie? Yeah, occasionally. I think Boogie's a great guy. Buy my book. Buy my book. Whenever I think of the critic, that's the one thing that always jumps into my brain. It's buy my book. Henry Udosh says you need to go to Eureka Springs, Arkansas sometimes, or Fort Smith, Arkansas. Have I? I think I've been to Eureka Springs. Second shares. It had to be done, referring to the book thing getting his head shot off. Why? All he said was, buy my book. Buy my book. Oh, man. Good times. The critic. Doug Lovin says I was much more entertaining than the presidential debate. Well, I don't know if that's much of a compliment because the presidential debate was the worst thing I've ever seen. Jerry's Keeper, our kitties are doing good. We lost Edgar a couple months ago. We have 2 new kittens, Charlie and Lenore, that we're working with. They're feral. We had feral cats. They were feral, so we had some trouble with them, but they're doing good. Where am I going next? I don't know. We're focusing on haunts. Haunts. More haunts. Buy my haunt. Oh. That was silly. Second chair says Simpson ran across. Summer was a good episode. I thought it was alright. I thought it was a good episode. Apparently, Matt Groening was really angry about it. Sharon Tate's house is no longer there. I don't think they tore. I think they tore down Sharon Tate's house a long time ago. So many comments. Do I have a costume for Halloween? I don't really dress up for Halloween. Greatest Walter says, have you been to the planetarium in Chicago? Yeah, I used to go there a lot when I was in elementary school. Went on field trips. Jerry's Keeper, thank you for the super chat. Just get a bag of almonds on me. Glad to see you live finally. I need to start eating more almonds. Got out of the habit of eating almonds. Ever seen The Simpsons predict? I've seen some of the things where they say that The Simpsons have predicted various things. They definitely predicted Trump as president. It's kind of spooky. Avengers Moon Man says they predict the wig sphere. Joey, I'd love to come back to wrestling. I miss it. I miss wrestling. Christian Peck says, can I ask you something? How do you afford to go out all these places? Well, that's the interesting thing about your question is I can't afford to not go to all these places. This is my job. I have to go, or else I'll be broke, and my family will starve and will be kicked out of our house. Buy my merch. Buy my merch. I don't know if they're doing. I don't know if they're doing trick or treating in North Carolina this year. My daughter doesn't do trick or treating. She's too grown up. I've seen Krampus stuff at Spirit Halloween. I didn't remember seeing any Krampus stuff. It's a little early for Christmas, isn't it? All right, my daughter's not too old for trick or treating. She just thinks she is. Nick Zinda, thank you for the super chat. Walmart already has Christmas out? Jeez. Halloween hasn't even finished. They need to chill. They have a Krampus animatronic. I did not. They didn't. The one I went to did not have the Krampus animatronic. Rob G, thank you for the super chat. What are my thoughts on the Sharon Tate murders? Thumbs down. I don't like murder. People shouldn't kill people. People shouldn't join cults, especially murder cults. Yeah, just don't kill people. Come on. It's like one of the easiest things to do is just not be a murderer. Not heard anything about Ghost Town. Somebody asked if I'd do a video on Columbine. Adam the Woo did a good video on Columbine that was respectful. I don't know if I'd have much more to add. Good seeing you, Joey. I am the average gamer. Says, how have you adapted to a coronavirus world? There's some parts of the country that have been relatively normal. Yeah, it's weird because every state is different, and it gets hard keeping up with what you're supposed to be doing in what state. You know, most of it is, though, just wear your mask. Wear your mask when you are around strangers. Would I ever live in Hollywood? I don't know if I don't know. I do enjoy going to Hollywood. I wouldn't want to live there in any sort of permanent sense. Maybe live there for a very short period of time. Joey, I have not been to Six Flags this year at all. Georgia. I've been to other Six Flags. I've not been to the one in Georgia this year. I'm hoping to go to their Halloween event, though. Will says I should take a break. I don't know. I don't have time to. I can't take a break. I can't just stop working, right? Wildcat Country says, going to Skeleton's Lair, Kentucky tomorrow night, and next weekend I'm going to the Mysterious Mansion in Gatlinburg. Tell them the Carpetbagger sent you. At Mysterious Mansion. Any plans on going back to Uranus, Missouri? No plans, but I will always, if I'm ever in that area, I will always stop at Uranus. SG, thank you for the super chats. How did you make it to the haunt? Let me see. How did you make it to the haunts so far in little time? How did you make it to the haunts so far? Like, get to different haunts that are far away? I've been burning rubber on the road. I have been wearing out my car, wearing out my tires, wearing out my physical body, trying to get to these haunts, the ones that will let me film. Travel too much. Phrases Sabia says, do you think about hiring a team so you can work a little less? I don't know. I don't even know how that would work. I just do my thing. One-man show. Yvonne Mitchell says thinking about going back to Seymour. I do want to go back to Seymour and visit friends. Trevor Roth, thank you for the super chat. Our Northern Michigan trip was made better because of your explorations. Wacky Taxidermy Museum told them you sent us. Call the Wild Mystery Spot were some highlights. Keep the good work. Oh, thank you. Appreciate the super chat. I do appreciate, like, if you see something on this channel and you go there in person, I love if you tell them that you saw it here, because I want these attractions to know that I'm here to help. I'm here to spread the word. Ryan Nodal says, probably a dumb question, but aren't there times where you wake up and feel like you don't feel like driving today? Yes. There's days where I'm on the road and I wake up in my hotel room and I'm like, I just want to stay in the hotel room. I just want to sleep all day. I don't want to get in my car. I don't want to drive. I just want to go to sleep. Someone asked what the Indiana Dunes. Yeah, they're there. I should be going back to Gatlinburg before too long. Gatlinburg, it's only an hour and a half from where I live, so that's a day trip for me. Can always count me going back to Gatlinburg. where it says, "Do you schedule trips?" And then words for the moment. I like to plan out things pretty well. Sometimes there's spontaneous things, but I try to have a game plan. Ryan says, "How's Creatives doing? You still talk to him?" Yes, I still talk with Jeff. Jeff still does my thumbnails. He's just taking his own personal artistic endeavors away from YouTube to other channels. I've never been to the Billy Goat Tavern in Chicago, no. What I have for dinner? I had some liver and onions. And every time I eat liver and onions, I remember that liver and onions is one of my favorite things in the world to eat. I had liver and onions at a random casino in Las Vegas, and it was one of the best things I'd ever eaten. I'm a sleepy boy. Yvonne Mitchell, thank you for the super chat. Says, I work in mental health with teenagers, and sometimes we watch your videos for fun. Well, thank you. I hope they enjoy my videos. Buried Adam 50s is going to Branson on October 10th. My birthday for a youth trip. So excited. There's a lot to do in Branson. Branson's a fun place. It's one of those, it's like these roadside meccas, like Branson, Missouri, Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, Wisconsin, Dells, Myrtle Beach. Adventure Jar, thank you. Shout out to Liver and Onions. Olivia Gut Broad, thank you for the super chat, says, would you come to Peru, Indiana, Circus County? I've been to Peru. I've been to that museum. They have a great museum in Peru, but that was before I was making videos. I need to go back to Peru. Joey Carroll, as we talked about, you at the Island Pigeon Forge at the Parrot Shop. The guy said he remembered you going up there and doing your video. Yeah, I went there right after like the lockdown ended, right when things started opening back up. I went over there to Parrot Mountain. Did I meet Omar Gosh in the jail in Tennessee? Yes, I met him. I didn't spend any extended time with him or get to know him or spoon with him or anything, but I did get to meet him. I don't really watch his videos, so. Ryan says, do you wonder how Maximo the crocodile's doing at St. Augustine? I hope Maximo's doing good. I'm really my own personal knowledge of YouTube is not good. I'm really outside the bubble. I just don't really follow YouTube culture. I don't know a lot of YouTubers. I don't watch a lot of YouTube personalities or vloggers. Am I going to Six Flags Hollow Fest? Yeah, I'm going to try to go, yeah. Are you going back to Netherworld Haunted House? I don't think so. Netherworld is one of the best haunted houses in the country, but I wanted to try new haunted houses this year. Although I do feel like getting into Netherworld was one of my proudest accomplishments, because they had never let anyone film inside the mazes before they let me film. I was really stoked to be the first one to be able to film inside Netherworld. How's my evening going? Evening is pretty good. People are still talking about liver and onions. Do I ever miss a 9 to 5 job? No. There's one time I was at a beach, and I was very young. I think I was in probably 5th grade, and a man-o-war, a poisonous man-o-war, washed up on the beach and landed on my foot, and it hurt. It hurt so bad. It felt like 100 bee stings all at once. And I cried and I screamed, and I miss that man-o-war more than I miss my job. Not Waynesville tonight. We're on the road. The long, lonesome road. And along that road, I saw a shiny demon. Heather says I've been waiting to use that one. I don't know. I just tried to think of something that I missed more than my job. And I thought about that. I thought about the man-o-war. Now, technically, I believe a man-o-war is not a jellyfish. I think the difference is a jellyfish is a single animal, and a man-o-war is a colony of animals. There shined a shiny demon in the middle of the road, and he said, "Play the best song in the world, or I'll eat your souls." Have you ever been stung by a wasp? I've been stung by things. Aubrey Trombley says, do you think the pregnant bullet was real or folklore? I don't know. I choose to believe it. I choose to think that a bullet was shot through a man's testicle bag and collected spermatozoa and then penetrated the womb of an ovulating woman. And even though it flew through the air and the bullet was burning hot, that sperm existed, and that woman just happened to be menstruating. Not menstruating, that's not how things work. Ovulating. And then that sperm traveling outside of the human body on a dirty pod bullet still managed to swim around that woman's belly and get her pregnant with a bullet baby. And the bullet did not injure her enough to kill her or Jason Jesus wants Jacob to explain the birds and the bees to our children. Okay, if you want me to, I'll explain the birds and the bees. So, when a man fires a bullet into another man's testicle sac, and then that bullet penetrates the belly of an ovulating woman, that's where babies come from. Oh. Oh, man. J-Ram suggests shooting the stork and then stealing the baby. So technically, who is the daddy? Is it the bullet? No, a bullet can't be a daddy. That's ridiculous. I guess the man shooting the bullet? I'd say there's two dads. The shooting man and... It's in a museum, folks. Son of a gun. Okay, that was good. Solo Yellow Knight says son of a gun. That... Mwah. Perfect. Story in the middle. Have you ever been to Helen Keller birthplace? I have not. Zena Girl, how are you doing? Thank you for the super chat. It says, hey Jacob, a little extra scare money, wishing you the best during haunt season. Who pays child support? Why was this not a TV show? This should be like a sitcom where... Think about the sitcom here. Okay. So you have two Civil War soldiers, obviously on different sides because they're shooting at each other. So you have a Confederate soldier and a Yankee soldier living in the same house with a woman that was impregnated with their bullet. J-Ram says, should have been a segment of Mythbusters. It actually was. They actually had the segment on Mythbusters. And they tried to say that it's impossible. Listen, I don't live in California, but Governor Newsom, I think, has been very neglectful to the theme park industry and not cooperating and trying to get people back to work in the theme park industry, where it's been shown in other parts of the country to have been successfully opened. Let the people get back to work. Let them do it safely. Who would I cast for the show? Oh, okay. So who should pay the... I missed a super chat? I got Zena Girls. Did I miss another one? Dana Planet Earth says, we had a sitcom in the UK that was set in Nazi-occupied France. Yes. Dan, in America, there was a TV show called Hogan's Heroes that, honest to God, took place in a Nazi concentration camp, and it was a sitcom. It was a comedy. Who thought that was a good idea? What was it like to see the Sharon Tate gate? Oh, it was all right. Christy, how does one get pregnant by a bullet? You missed it. I walked through the whole thing. It's really simple, actually. There's a guy who shoots a bullet. The bullet goes through another man's genitals. Colin Springer, thank you for the super chat. In going through the genitals, it picks up a amount of spermatozoa. Then the bullet penetrates the womb of an ovulating woman, and the spermatozoa travels to the egg and impregnates the woman. Yes, that's actually how my parents met. My dad was shot in the genitals, and my mom was shot in the uterus. And they'd never met each other before, but they fell in love, and then they got divorced. Olivia Gutbra, thank you for the super chat. Says, did you go to the Cole Porter Museum in Peru, Indiana? We had the elephant skull who was shot from stepping on a trainer. Also huge fans of the show. Yes, I have been there. I did not make a video because that was actually before I made videos. J Ram says, what was the conclusion of Mythbusters said that's impossible. That could never have happened. I still believe. So everyone else says, thank goodness he didn't use a shotgun. He'd have kids everywhere. But it wasn't a museum. Oh, I gotta itch my back like a bear. All right. Mike Fang suggests Dutch Wonderland. Yeah, I really should have hit Dutch Wonderland when I did my last Pennsylvania amusement park road trip. I plan on doing a similar trip next year. Thoughts on pumpkin spice? It's all right. Three's Company in the Twilight Zone. Yeah, we could make that. We could make it into a sitcom. We could call it "I Can't Believe." What could we? Yeah, Son of a Gun. That's where you. Yeah, obviously the show is called Son of a Gun. Son of a Gun. And then, yeah, we're pitching this. Someone writing this down. Call the Wild Boy. Did you hear Dollywood closed because it was so crowded and no one listened to some Disney World? No, I have not heard that. Hey, Abby. Abby Spoon Lady's in here. I am on the open road. I'm traveling in between haunted houses. Pumpkin or pecan pie? Pumpkin, I think. Pumpkin's always good with a big globule of whipped cream. Yeah, I try to find as many haunted houses. Orange Silver, how do you pick the haunted houses to visit? Basically, it's just who will ever let me film. Oh, full moon on Halloween night this year. That should be fun. It's a blue moon? What's a blue moon? Is a blue moon... Is a blue moon when there's two full moons in 1 month? Two moons in 1 month. There's only one moon. Second full moon in a month. Extra full moon. So it's pretty rare then, I would guess, that there's two full moons in 1 month. If I fell asleep right now, would you guys keep watching? Just... Oh. Whatever happened to the supermoon? Bring back the supermoon. I like supermoon. One night I went out and there was a moon. It was a full moon. I went out by myself at night and there was a full moon, and it had a moon bow around it, and a rainbow wrapped around the outside of the moon. I swear. There's two different kinds of moon bows. Double moon bow. Colin Springer, thank you for the super chat. Oh yeah, that's right. Creaties did like a 3 or 4 day live stream where he slept, and people watched him while he slept. Watched him while he slept. You guys ever notice that I have huge gaps in my teeth? This is a kind of a comfortable chair. Abby, thank you for the super chat. Just gotta go, but have fun. Hope you're doing well in this crazy pandemic world. Bus Jackson says it's not noticeable. No, it's very noticeable. I have a condition known as jack-o'-lantern teeth. Oh. Night, Abby. Do I want braces? No, I'm fine. I don't have to look at me. You're wearing a Guntown Mountain shirt? Close. I'm wearing a Fun. Town Mountain. Fun. It said the future of fun turned out. Shirt is a lie. It was not the future of fun. It was the future of a man having a serious mental health episode. Are you drink? No, I'm not drink. What time is it? It's about 10:30. I think I need to go sweepy. What was my job before this? I worked in Child Protective Services. Investigated child abuse and neglect. Have I been to Lorraine Motel? Yes, I have. Eric the actor says Carpetbagger does not drink beer. That is correct. CPS Seabagger. Buy my book. Buy my book. Actually, buy my pins. Buy my pins. In the Etsy shop. In the Etsy shop. Buy my pins. Night, Chris, about t-shirts. Bus Jackson. I do not have the press pennies anymore. Any chance of coming to Nightmare Dungeon? We'll see. I've got some decisions to make about what haunts I'm gonna hit. What is the origin of the name Carpetbagger? I did a video called Why Am I Called the Carpetbagger? Check that out. But I got to do a few things, and I need to hit the proverbial hay. So thank you all for joining me. Watch out for errant bullets. You never know when you might have an unexpected pregnancy caused by a bullet. And hashtag Team Balto. Buy my pins. Buy my pins. This one's in the bag. Nathan Munoz, thank you for the super chat. No politics. You get enough politics everywhere else on the stupid internet. We're not going to talk about it here. Video Game Museum in Simpsonville? I didn't know about that. I have to check that out. Watch my channel. Watch my channel. Buy my crap. Buy my pins. All right. Yes, no politics. All right. Yeah, I mean, if you guys know that there's a haunt that I can film in, shoot me an email. Just make sure that it's okay. Like, if I can get permission, I need to be able to film to make my trip worthwhile. So, thank you. And I think I'm going to get some sleep. But thank you all for joining me. And you all have a good night.